Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. This one we're talking about the NBA for Tuesday. We have 4 picks for you guys to consider, so stay tuned for all 4 of them. And if you guys want more picks in all sports, definitely check out the Dynamo private Discord. I'm one capper in there posting more picks, but we also have a bunch of other cappers. You can see one of them here, Irenas, hit this massive slip, $25 to win $625 yesterday. I also posted a 4-pick NFL slip that hit here for Monday Night Football. Cashed a ton of people out in here. We post on Underdog as well. I've been crushing the single game NFL slates. Been having some huge days in the Discord and streaks. 11-4 with Monday Night Football, a 10-1 day here in MLB and NHL, another 10-1 day between 3 of the cappers in Dynamo. So definitely check it out with the link down below. We'll be posting more picks in there, just our top and favorite picks from each capper you're going to get over in the Discord, so join up over there. And if you guys are playing on Prizepicks and Underdog, you have to be on Parlay Play. It's available in a bunch of different states, and they have lines out early, which I really like because we're getting an early look at Prizepicks and Underdog in this video, and they don't have lines out yet for Dallas, Minnesota, like they do over here, and they have a tons of lines already up. And when you sign up, they just give you $5 to play with no deposit required. But they also have a 100% deposit match up to $200, so definitely check out Parlay Play. That'll be linked down below as well. So now let's get into this one. You guys saw some of those crazy streaks, records, and the hits just from yesterday in the Dynamo private Discord. So I'm posting more in there, plus other cappers giving their top picks for all sports. But for this one, let's get into it. Prizepicks right now, it's 117 on the East Coast, and they only have one game up for tomorrow. So we're going to go between Prizepicks and Underdog for this one. You guys should definitely be on those and Parlay Play. But let's get into it. First one I'm going to go to is going to be CJ McCollum under on his points plus assist. I do think McCollum, his usage goes way down when playing with Brandon Ingram and Zion. Zion should be back better in this game after a rough first one for him. So I think that is going to cause McCollum to not have as good of a game in this one with the points plus assists at 26.5. I think kind of a tougher matchup here. Without Steph Curry, could see more Gary Payton Jr., who's a better defender out there. More Moses Moody. So could be dealing with tougher defenders. Brandon Ingram especially takes a ton of usage from CJ McCollum. I know we don't have DeJounte Murray out there, but last season they didn't either. McCollum was not hitting this with Brandon Ingram in the lineup, so going to go to the under on him. If we look at McCollum over here on Outlier, you can see this season he's actually hit this twice. Had 23-5 in the opener, 20-3, and then 27-3. So he's had some big games to start the season in 2 of 3. Last season on this line, it was just a 42% hit rate. Thing you could do on Outlier as well is you could look at games that he played last year with Brandon Ingram. So when they were in the lineup together, this was just a 29% hit rate for him. Brandon Ingram will hold the ball in his hands a lot, and now we're seeing Zion do that as well. So with both of those guys controlling the ball more than CJ will, I don't like this one for him. Going to be taking the under. And already this season, we haven't seen the assist numbers for him. He's just had 3, and then 5 in that opening game. So hasn't had huge assist numbers. He would basically have to hit a good amount of threes on the catch and shoot here to be hitting this one. And we've definitely seen that so far. I don't know if that's going to continue in this game, and I think he'll see tougher defense that people give the Warriors credit for without Steph Curry in there. I think they do have tougher defenders as guards, so going to be taking the under on him. And then you're going to flip that and go to Brandon Ingram on the assist here at 4.5. Ingram was a great assist guy last season, and so far he's only hit this in 1 of their 3 games, but had 6 assists in their last one. I think he's going to pick it up, take some of that usage away from McCollum in this one, so playing off the game script of McCollum not having as much usage as Ingram in this one, and going to go to him on the assist at 4.5. Kind of crazy for Ingram if you look at him last year, over 4.5 assists. He hit that in 73% of his games. A crazy hit rate on this one for Ingram. And honestly, it would have been a higher percentage, but in that tough series against OKC, he only hit it in 1 of the 4 games before they got swept. So it would be even a higher percent hit rate during the regular season, closer to 80%. You can even look in away games. He has a higher hit rate at 75%. So far this season, started with 2, then got 4, 6 in the last one. So we already saw an uptick. We could see he could do it in this offense again. He just needs 5 here. I am liking this line for him. And if you think Zion will take some of his usage, you can actually look at last year's games with Zion. He had a higher hit rate on this at 77%. So it actually helps him to have Zion out there, which does make sense because you could just hand Zion the ball and he'll go in and get you a layup. So liking Ingram on this one. I think he's going to be in a good spot. And we're playing off that versus McCollum. So in the Discord, I will be posting more plays to go with this because you can't play 2 guys from the same team. But for the video, we're going to come over to Underdog because they do have Denver and Brooklyn lines up, which Prizepicks doesn't. And these are some of the picks I'm liking right now. So to continue the picks for the video, coming over to Underdog, first one I'm going to go to is Jamal Murray on the under of his points at 19.5. Murray's struggles have been well documented. I took him on the under in the last video I made with the Nuggets, I believe on Thursday or Friday. He hasn't been scoring very much, so I do like going to under on this. They're coming off a back-to-back where Murray had to play a good amount of minutes, and he only got 17 points. Now it's a back-to-back against Brooklyn. You know, for a guy that had those preseason knee issues, he doesn't look great out there. I think it's going to be another under for Jamal Murray. If he does play in this game, which there hasn't been any indication that he shouldn't play other than it is a back-to-back, I think he could be more limited in the minutes, especially if Denver gets out ahead of Brooklyn here. I don't think they'll push him to play a ton of minutes in the fourth quarter if they're ahead here. So I'm going to be going to him on the under of 19. Looking at Murray this year, there's been one game this year where he's gotten over that 19.5 point mark, and that was against Clippers. Last game, 17. Had just 12 in the first one. If we come over and look at Brooklyn, they allow the 15th most points in the league. So right at the midway mark as far as points allowed, 113. So it's not as juicy as a matchup as you may think here. Then also coming and looking at last season, Murray hit this over in 59% of games last year, but looking at back-to-backs, he only hit this in 3 of 8 on the second leg of back-to-backs, which you can look at on Outlier. So had some pretty poor performances here on the second leg of back-to-backs. And the games he hit it, he got there by just a half point. So his biggest game scoring-wise on the second leg of a back-to-back last year was just 20. Did that in 3 of the 8 of their back-to-backs. So I'm going to go with the Murray continuing to struggle here to hit this line. Then we're going to go to another Nuggets player here. We're going to go to Christian Braun on the over of his points at 9.5. And like I said, obviously you can't play Nuggets together. So for the Discord, I will be posting another pick along with these when they are posted for the early look. But I'm liking Christian Braun here. He's played a ton of minutes and he's young, so he can handle those back-to-backs. Looking at Braun, on the season, he's hit this in 3 of 3 games, 16, 11, and then 17 in their game they just played here. And he played huge minutes, 29 in the first, but it was a kind of a blowout towards the end. And then the next game he played 34 and then almost 40 minutes in that overtime game. So I expect him to play over 30 minutes in this game on a back-to-back, especially, I mean, if Jamal or some of the other guys on the team are resting, he probably should be even more of a lock for more minutes and more shot opportunities here. So still liking Braun at this line at 9.5 on a back-to-back. For him last season, obviously not a high hit rate, just 32% because he wasn't playing starter level minutes. But on Outlier, you can do this little minutes tab and see games where he played 21 or more minutes. In 36 games last year where he did that, he hit this 56% of the time. But really, he should be in line for 28 plus minutes here. So when he did that last year, it was a 6 of 8 hit rate. Definitely a small sample size, but if you add that to what he's done so far in 28 plus minutes this season as well, you know, that jumps up to 9 of 11 games hit rate, and then you're looking at something in the 80% hit rate there. So Brown, when given the minutes, I think can hit this one pretty consistently. And then we can also look last year with another filter here of the back-to-back for Braun. 6 of 13 games, so not bad actually on the second leg of back-to-back for Braun. Now that I keep saying Braun, I think it is pronounced Brown actually. I kind of forgot about that from last season, but now I think it is Brown. But then again, looking down here, a lot of these games he played less than 20 minutes. So you got to just look at games on the back-to-back where he played a good amount of minutes. So when he did play 21 plus minutes on back-to-backs, 3 of 5 hit rate. So liking him as well for this game on the back-to-back. And if you guys want more picks, you guys saw some of these huge wins early in the video. I'm just one capper posting picks in the Dynamo Discord. I'll be posting more in there for all sports. But you can see Irena's, one of our cappers, hit a huge slip in the NBA yesterday. I hit a nice one, posted in my channel as well, a 4-pick for Monday Night Football slip hit. Posted on Underdog, hidden over there as well, as you could see. And some crazy streaks like 11-4, 10-1 streak here in the day for our cappers. Another 10-1 day with a demon in there. A 17-6 overall day in the NFL. So definitely check it out over there. We're just posting our top and favorite picks in the Dynamo private Discord, so you can get in there with that link down below. And also, if you guys are not playing on Parlay Play, you have to get over here. Like I said, they have early lines up and a ton of lines already, which makes it pretty nice. And once you sign up, you just get $5 to play with. Don't have to deposit. After that, you're going to want to keep playing, so you get a 100% deposit match. So you guys saw some of the crazy winning streaks and the big slips we've been hitting over in the Discord. So we'll see you guys over there, and subscribe to the channel.